In this video, I started out with $0 in a truck and spent the last 3 years building the farm to where it is today. So we're back again for Season 4 to see if I can expand the farm even more. But there's a twist. I took out a $250,000 loan. Will I go broke and have to sell everything? Or will I make it big? Stay tuned to find out. And if you guys want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe and drop in the like buttons too. Anyway, let's go do some farming. Well, boys, it's another early morning back out here at the farm. We've got $58,000 in the bank account, so not looking too bad here, but it is officially April, so that means it's time to plant. But before we do that, we got a few things to take care of. Now, the seeders are pretty much all set up, ready to go, along with the planter, but I'm just going to go run and check on the cattle quick here. Make sure they're all good. Ooh, they're going to need some water. Okay. Still looking good on food there. And the milk truck should be here in a little bit to come pick up the milk. That'll be a little more money in the bank right there. All right, I got the Dodge here. We're going to go give the cows some water. And then hopefully we should be able to start seeding. Now, last episode, I talked about building some roads to some of the fields. And went all the way from the farmyard to the cattle yard. So hopefully the dozer for that should be showing up today at some point. Now, we're not going to make them gravel roads because that would be way too expensive, and frankly right now I got better things I can spend my money on. Just over here at the neighbor's property, he lets us get water from here, so it makes everything real easy. At some point though, I should build a well on the farm. Okay, milk truck's here just getting filled up. I got the cattle's water taken care of here, so I'm just going to detach the water trailer and we'll get back over to the farm. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. We're going to take care of the corn first because that's going to take the longest to grow here. So I think this is empty. Yeah, that seeder's empty, so I got to go grab a bag of seed here. We got the other seeder already filled up. I know this other one doesn't really take too much, so it shouldn't take that long. And I can't remember off the top of my head how much seed this takes, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, one bag didn't do it. Maybe two will. Actually, now that I think about it, these are probably half bags from when we filled up the last seeder. Okay, yeah, it didn't take all of that, so that will do it for now. And if we need to refill it again, we'll just run it back to the farm. So this field here is going to barley, I do believe. Tends to fetch a little bit higher of a price than wheat. We pretty much just use that for straw, and then this field right here is going to be going to corn, a lot of which we're going to be using for silage, and if we don't end up using all of it for silage, we'll just put the rest into feed corn or maybe sell it. I'm not too sure yet. And then the big field that we just finished not too long ago on the new land, that's going to be soybeans. That's our money-making crop. And then on top of all of that, we have a crap ton of hay land that needs to be dealt with here soon if we at least want to get 2 cuts off. And if I can at some point this year, I'd still like to build a bigger hay shed, and we do have to build a silage bunker for sure. And this is going to take a while. Maybe should have thought of upgrading my planter unit for the year. I guess we only have to do 1 field, so it's not too bad, but still, we're going to be out here for a little while. All right, so we're about 50% done here, and we are out of seed. I was just about to say we're just about out of seed here, so I'm going to go fill this up here real quick, and we should be able to finish this off no problem. It actually didn't take as long as I thought. Now, that field over there, that's going to take a little while. We do have a pretty big seeder, though, so shouldn't be too bad. Anyways, one thing I'm excited for this year is trying out my new bale stacker. That should be fun. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure how much is left in this bag here, but should fill it up most of the way. Yep, that'll do it. One thing I gotta figure out is how am I gonna get rid of this liquid fertilizer? It's not spray, so we can't use it like that. It's liquid fertilizer. It's supposed to go in a seeder. Actually, one of these is spray. I didn't realize that. Okay, well, the liquid fertilizer, I'm not too sure how to get rid of that. It's really expensive, and I thought I was going to use it, but I'm not. I don't have any seeders or planters that will take that, so I'm not too sure. Maybe I can sell it or something. I don't know. It's about like $4,000 or $5,000, so I'd like to see that money back in my account if I can. Okay, just got paid from the milk, $3,500. That's not too bad. That brings us up to $62,000. Now, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with all that money, but I know there is a lot of pieces of equipment I'd like to upgrade, and since we already have the land expansion pretty much done, the only other things to upgrade or build would, I guess, be the hay storage and a silage bunker. The rest can be equipment pretty much. That or maybe some more cows, not too sure yet. Alright, and that is that field finished. Yeah, one thing I'm definitely going to have to take care of next year is all the rocks in this field is ridiculous and is wreaking so much havoc on my equipment. I think this year will be fine, but next year I am so investing in a rock picker. Could always do it by hand, but yeah, nobody wants to do that job. Anyways, the planter is just about empty on seed here, so that's perfect. But it is pretty much finished its job for the year, so it's going to get washed up and put away. Alright, that should be good there for now. Okay, this dang trailer's got to go somewhere else. It is being annoying the crap out of me. The only issue is I don't have a lot of open space here in the yard. Like, there's a good amount, but not enough for the amount of equipment we have now. I gotta figure something out eventually. But in the meantime here, I gotta figure out what we're gonna sell. So this seeder is gonna be going. This combine's gonna be getting sold as well. It's going to be replaced with a bigger one. I think everything out here is staying. There's 2 gravity wagons down there. Those are getting sold, and I'm getting a truck of some sort that I can transport grain and silage with, because those things do not work well to transport silage. So those are gone, and I think that's about it for now. We'll see if we change anything up a bit later in the year. So I was just doing a quick bit of thinking here, and I realized that I have this this tractor that has a blade on it. Got these crazy tracks. It is pretty much a dozer, so why wait for my buddy to bring the dozer out when I can just do it myself? We're gonna take this, start making a road down to the shed there, make a couple roads around the fields, and that should be good. Well, it may not look like it right off the bat, but the roads are finished. We've got a road going right here from the shed. That one goes down, crosses over to the barn. Then the barn has one that goes between the 2 fields all the way down there. And then I have another one that comes from the shop and goes into this other road that goes all the way down to the barn. This one just leads right to the end of the field there, so it's easily accessible. But now that we have roads in here, they're not very wide roads because I didn't think we really needed to. Most we kind of take down them is a couple pieces of equipment and pickup trucks, so there's not really a lot. Anyways, it turned out perfect and didn't really end up costing us anything except fuel. The only issue is they're dirt roads, so if it rains, yeah, not great. But, I mean, to be honest, what are we going to be doing when it's raining? We can't do a whole heck of a lot. Anyways, I think we're going to get to seeding. So, after getting the new seeder out to the field, I got it unfolded, and after about 20 minutes of trying to figure out controls, I got it figured out, and we were up and going. And when I say this new seeder was so much better than the last one we had, I'm not lying. We could absolutely cruise with this thing, and it seemed to seed amazing. However, there was one major problem with this seeder, and that was that you had to have a crap ton of turning room. And in this particular field on the one end, there was a lot of trees, so we had to make some extra big headlands. But after that was finished, we were turning like nothing. But in no time at all, we were finished the first field and could move on to the next. However, it wouldn't be a normal seeding day without some breakdowns. And after finding out one of the main air lines that carries the seed and the fertilizer all the way back to each one of the individual rows had a hole in it, my day had officially been ruined. So after attempting the fix with the handyman's best friend, duct tape, if they don't find you handsome, at least they'll find you handy. The real ones know that reference. We were back up and running, but not for long. My patch job had ended up failing and was continuing to leak seed onto the ground, which meant it wasn't getting to the places it needed to be. So after a quick trip into town, and $400 later, the hose would be arriving the following day. So in the meantime, we'd have to find some other work to do. Alright, back to the farm. The hose will not be until tomorrow, so we are stuck here waiting for that to get in. We're about, I don't know, just over quarter of the way done that one field. But I guess we could get started on hay. I didn't really think about that. Ooh, this does need to be washed, though. Can't leave that looking like that. I still got to maintenance all the hay equipment yet before it goes out, so that might take a bit of time. There we go. That's all looking a lot better. All right, so I've just been organizing things here. I got this bales stacker into the shop here. It's got to get a quick service, ready to go for this year. I'm going to try take the front end loader off this tractor here, and we're going to stick it on the square baler because this tractor rides a bit nicer than the 4020. Yeah, this thing's a rough ride. Although it does have a sunshade. I wonder if I can stick a sunshade on this one. There we go. A lot better. Okay, this should be perfect for running the square baler here. If it's a really hot day, I might just stick it on the 4040. Open air cabs are not a fun time. So since we pretty much have all the tractors we'll need over here, I think I'm going to officially retire the 4020 to the cattle farm, just so we have a tractor over there full time and we don't really need anything else like this over at the main farm there, so probably do a lot more good at the cattle farm. Speaking of work at the cattle farm, these guys could probably use a bale or two. All we got left for bales to give them right now is these ones, which should work. Alright, cows, don't go escaping now. Just here to drop you off a bale. Wait a minute. This gives me an idea. This is probably a really bad idea, but I'm too tempted. Alright, clamp that down on there. And this is metal, it's not wood, so we're okay. Okay. I was really hoping we could pull ourselves up on that. That'd be funny. Well, I'm going to start maintenance on some of the other haying equipment so we can get ready to get that underway. Should have the new hose by tomorrow so we can fix this and finish up seeding. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe, and goodbye.